When did it start again? When you put the flight plan, or?
No, it was kind of pretty quickly as soon as I put the altitude and stuff on the MCP.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm going to learn how to fly an Airbus solely with the side stick as a manual flight. I'm still going to put my arrival information in. Hang on, we're descending very quickly here. Let's try not to do that. Okay. Also using the manual trim wheel for the first time ever on an Airbus, which is pretty interesting. So I'm putting our arrival QNH 1020. Temperature is going to be 22. Okay, let's try and get us back onto the flight path. I'll get myself in a position where I can do some manual flying. Nose it down. There we go. We're under control, just about. If I manage to land this in Canberra, I'll be very impressed with myself. We are slowing down a little bit here, which is not what I really wanted to do. I'm going to activate approach phase. Try and get this plane speed under control so we can put some flaps in as well. To 10 knots we can start bringing our first flaps in because that is below green dot speed. Can't see the airport just yet, it should be off our right hand side somewhere over there. Alright, we're below 210, so I'm going to bring flaps 1, and flaps 1 is responding. Better to come in nice and slow and steady when we are suffering from some avionics failures. I'm going to arm the speed brake. We're going to go auto brakes medium. Probably wouldn't go auto brakes medium if we didn't have an issue at the aircraft, but given that we don't know where we're going to land necessarily on this runway, better to give ourselves the best chance of stopping that we can. And we're now at 6,000 feet, which is pretty perfect. We'll stay here until we pass Bibru, which is around 10 miles away. Obviously, I'm not as perfect as the autopilot at maintaining altitude, but we're doing a decent job given the situation. Okay, interestingly, the ECAM has come up with a message because we have some in-op systems. So minimum rated speed 140 knots, max speed 280. Fuel consumption increase. Making a right turn here at Slick. It's very tempting to just look at the screens rather than out the window. Okay, I think I'm getting more of a feel for the side stick now as well. It's a lot more sensitive than what I was expecting it to be. So did you want to talk a little bit about like the hardware, like what's your thoughts now that my thoughts? You have enough control? I mean, the hardware feels awesome. It's a shame that the software kind of had a glitch, but like in terms of the hardware feel, it feels amazing.
Okay, we're going to slow down a bit more as well. And we want to be descending down to 4,700. Well, we're speeding up. Okay. Somewhat under control, not 100% under control here. It's 4,700 coming up. Okay, Canberra should be off to our right hand side after we make the next turn. A little bit high on the glide slope, but not too bad given everything that's going on here right now. I'm going to wind the ND in just a little bit. And I can see the runway ahead of us now, so try and get us down onto this glide slope, and then I'll fly visual from there. Right, lights can all come on. Passengers should really have been sat down a long time ago, which, with all that bouncing around, I'm sure they would have been anyway. Let's go flaps 3. And keep slowing us down. I do want to get lower, but the plane doesn't want us to be lower. Very not used to manually trimming an Airbus, nor am I used to this much rudder input. It's alright. Alright, we should be safe to land full flaps 140 knots, so that's going to be my plan. I'll start slowing us down now. We're still high on the glide slope, but there's not a lot I can do from here. Full flaps. We're actually catching the glide slope now, which is good. And we're off to the right, so I'll try and correct before it's too late. I'm going to fly fully visual into the runway here. Pretty much on the magenta diamonds, which is fairly amazing given everything that's happened.
500.
Left a bit, down a bit, skim these trees. There is a displaced threshold, runway 35 Canberra, so
100 above.
100 above, continue. We're very off to the left again, off to the right again.
Minimum.
Continue.
100. Traffic, traffic.
There's no traffic.
That's too low, 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Come on. We'll still get down.
20. Retard.
Left.
Don't think. 5.
Down. Reverses. We did make it down, considering zero autopilot. Alright, it's slowing down. That's 60 knots. And manual braking.
Congratulations, you made a great job.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I mean, considering no autopilot, I was expecting to have ILS and lots of other things to help me out, but obviously we didn't. And okay, that was a really interesting experience. So I had a lot of fun. Let me put that out there right now. I think the hardware is really fantastic. What he has done here is really incredible to build a full-scale Airbus A320 cockpit in his store, and I'm amazed by the quality of what he's managed to achieve. Unfortunately, we did have some software glitches, which meant that we got about halfway through the flight from Sydney to Canberra, and then kind of lost our flight plan and had to, unfortunately, hand fly the Airbus all the way from cruise down to the runway 35 in Canberra, which was a challenge. I've never done that before. Proves it can be done. It did make the landing a little bit squiffy, and we ended up kind of halfway down the runway and just off to the right, but I've had worse landings on the channel, that's for sure. So considering it was the first time in a full-size cockpit and doing it without autopilot, I'm pretty pleased with how it ended. If you want to come and visit Ahmed and his A320 cockpit here on Elizabeth Street in Sydney, then I'll post all the links to him down in the chat right now, and also down in the subscription box, and you can come and visit for yourself.